Hello aspirants, welcome to Rathod Science Academy. Today in this video, we are going to see how to approach CSAT. Already I posted you like how to approach GS for prelims 2022. And in this lecture or in this video, we are going to see like how to approach the CSAT. Already you might be knowing like in this prelims. In prelims, you will be having GS and also CSAT. And again this CSAT, it is also for 200 marks. So there is one difference between this GS and CSAT. So this CSAT is only qualifying paper. Okay. So this CSAT, it is only qualifying paper. So qualifying paper means how many marks you have to get. You need to get 33% of marks in CSAT. So if you qualify this CSAT, then only your GS paper will be evaluated. If you are not qualifying in this CSAT, then how much work you did. So even if you are getting 150 out of 200 in this GS, it is waste of your time. And it will be like waste of your 1 year. And again you have to sit for 1 year and you have to give the next year prelims. So CSAT, it is very important. To evaluate your GS, you have to get at least 33% of marks. That means about 66 marks you need to get. So to get the 66 marks, you have to make 27 questions to be correct in your CSAT. So you might be having a doubt like how many questions will be there in CSAT. In CSAT, you will be having 80 questions and here also you will be having this negative marking. So this is some basic introduction. So if you are talking about category of students, so we can categorize students into 3 types. First one, for one category of students, this CSAT will be very difficult. And for another category, so CSAT will be very easy. And for other category, they will focus on how to approach this CSAT. So if you are talking about this first category, CSAT will be very hard or very difficult. Why? For example, students who are coming from maths background, so they say that I will attempt only maths related questions. I am not going to answer any English related questions. And some students, they say that I am coming from BPC background, I don't know properly regarding maths. So I will go and answer only English related questions. But here to get this 66 marks, you have to make 27 questions correct. And if you are focusing on only English and if you are focusing on only maths, to get this 66 marks of marks in this CSAT is very difficult, right? So if you are talking about second category, so for those easy, this exam will be easy. For example, without practice they can go and they can give this CSAT, especially students who are preparing for any bank examinations. So they will be having good command on reasoning and as well as some maths. So they can do this exam easily. And if you say third category, they will be very conscious. Okay, and they will already focus on how to approach this CSAT and they will understand the concept, complexity and as well as importance of this CSAT and they will follow in a good and correct manner. So how to approach this CSAT? First, you have to open your UPSC notification and you have to see the syllabus first of all. So this is a syllabus I took from UPSC notification. That is the first one is comprehensions will be there. So this is from our English. And this one is interpersonal skills including communication skills. It includes logical reasoning and analytical ability and decision making, problem solving will be there and even general mental ability. And it will also have maths. Okay, it is a combination of maths and English I can say. And you will be having basic numeracy. For example, this will be at 10th class level. And next one is data interpretation. You will be having charts, by diagrams, graphs, etc., tables, and it will be also based on 10th class level, but it is not exactly 10th class level, but it is beyond this 10th class level. And this one is English language comprehension skills. It is class 10th level, but it is also beyond that. And this one is questions relating to English language comprehension skills of 10th class level. So here, if you see the syllabus which is given in UPSC, it mainly says that it will be like 10th class level, but it is somewhat beyond this 10th class level. So how to approach this CSAT and how can you clear this CSAT? So if you have 2021, if you have gone through this 2021 prelims, especially CSAT, it was very hard and many students they didn't clear this CSAT. So because of this, we should not take this CSAT light. We should not have much fear regarding how can we clear CSAT, but we have to follow a middle path. Median path is always good. So now let us try to see trend analysis of CSAT. So this CSAT syllabus can be divided into comprehensions, maths and reasoning. So every year from these comprehensions you can get 25 to 30 questions. So every year from comprehensions you can get this 25 to 30 questions. In maths you can get 28 to 30 questions every year. And in reasoning you can get 20 to 25 questions. Okay, and if you are good at English and if you are reading articles in the newspaper daily, then you can easily do these comprehensions. And in these comprehensions we will be having two types of comprehensions that mainly seen in your paper. First one is they will ask assumptions and next one is logical interference, logical or rational interference. So you can do this interference and many students, many aspirants, they will do mistakes in this logical assumption. Okay, so here one strategy you can follow here is you can take some practice questions of these comprehensions and you have to practice them daily such that then there will be chances of getting better in this logical assumptions. Okay, because this logical assumptions means it is mainly based on your thinking, logical thinking. So the answer will be not there in the passage. So here high chance of getting wrong will be there in this logical assumptions. So you have to take the papers of previous years or you can take practice questions and you can go for logical assumptions and you can practice them. And if you are talking about maths, so in this maths you will be having some simple topics. For example, percentages, simple thing. And this one is profit and loss that you have done in your 7th to 10th classes. And this one is a ratio. Time and distance is also very simple. And simple and compound interest that we will use in our daily life. And this one is permutation combinations. Especially students from BPC or art, they cannot go for this permutation combinations. And this one data interpretation also very easy and even simple averages, number system. So in these areas you can get maximum questions. So here in this maths you can practice easily percentages, profit or loss, ratio, time and distances. So you can get 28 to 30 questions. So I can say this maths it is not much tough because till 10th class everyone had did this maths, right? So this is some basic maths like profit and loss, ratios, time and distances. You can easily do at least out of this you can practice 6 to 7 types of problems. And if you're talking about reasoning, so this reasoning will take some time. So it is like a time consuming. So by practice you can reduce this time for sure. So you will be having logical reasoning, mental ability, coding and decoding, seating arrangement, syllogism, clocks and calendars and dice. So in this reasoning, so according to my experience, I also came from BPC background. So I feel this dice will be very easy. Clocks and calendars will be easy. So there will be some simple formulas that you can follow. And seating arrangement is also very easy. And here you can go for this coding and decoding. So these are very easy. So you can selectively prepare some topics such that you have to attempt at least 40 questions, 40 to 45 questions. Out of this you have to make at least 30 to 35 questions correct. So according to me, I am good at comprehensions. So out of this 20 to 25 questions, I can easily go for 15 to 18 questions correct for sure. And in maths also, I will do perfectly so that I can do 20 questions for sure in maths. And from reasoning, I will be doing 5 to 10 questions. So in this way, if you are having with your own approach, okay, so this own approach you can get by practice. So how you have to approach this? The first one is please pick out last 10-year papers of UPSC. Okay, so first one is you have to practice this previous year's papers. So you may having doubt like how many years paper have to pick up. So at least from last 10 years you have to pick out the papers, and from this 10 years you will be having 80 questions in each paper. So you are going to practice 800 questions and you have to take each and every problem and you have to practice that, so that all the concepts will be covered. So this is the one important approach. The first one is you have to remove fear of CSAT phobia. So many students, especially from art background and science background, they will be having fear of CSAT. So because of this CSAT phobia only, after entering into examination, you will be getting sweats. So because of sweating, and if you are having much fear or much phobia, so even though you can do that problem at that time, that formula will not strikes you. So because of this, getting wrong, okay, going wrong with that so and so question will be very high. So because of this, you will be having high chances not to clear this UPSC CSAT. So you have to first of all get rid of this CSAT phobia. So how can you get rid of this CSAT phobia? So here, from now you will be having 3 months. So at least for week, spend 3 hours per week. And if you are very weak, means daily spend 1 to 1.5 hour daily on this CSAT, and try to practice the questions from all the concepts that you feel easy. Okay, and you have to practice like for example, if you are doing percentages, so if any question that come from this percentages, you have to do correct. For example, dices, for example, coding and decoding. So you have to practice in all dimensions. If you are selecting a topic, means you have to ensure that if any question that comes from that topic, I have to do correct. And regarding English comprehensions, you can read this newspaper articles every day. For example, there will be articles that will be repeating, for example, democracy related articles, for example, climate change, education, health. So those will be the repeated in CSAT as well. So in this way, you can do this English comprehensions, and finally have to come up with your own strategy. So you have to identify which are your strong areas and which are your weak areas, and you have to come up with your own strategy, like how many questions you can attempt, and out of them how many will be correct. And as well as you have to maintain the time management as well. So if you are good at reasoning, so reasoning will be taking much time. So here you have to focus on the time management, because after coming out of the examination hall, you should not say that so time it is not sufficient, paper is lengthy. So you have to manage this time. Okay, so this time management that can come through practice, repeated practice. So this is a strategy of UPSC, CSC, CSAT. And I hope this video will be beneficial for at least 10% of aspirants who are watching this video. So all the best from our side. Thank you so much.